Hello, Eagle families. It's been a couple weeks since we've talked, but there's been a lot going on here at Dunlap High School and within the district. So, need to share some of that information with you. I'm sure some of it you've already know, but it's probably best to share it all so that you completely understand what's going on. I'm going to leave the COVID numbers up to Dr. Dearman this week. I'm going to be out of the office tomorrow, so I want him to be able to give you the most recent and up to date information. But there's a lot of transitions taking place here at Dunlap High School next year within the leadership department. So I'm going to start with myself. I'm going to be going over to the district office and working in the capacity of the assistant superintendent in charge of business services, so overseeing transportation and operations and facilities and whatnot. So I'm looking forward to that challenge. I think I'm ready for that and look forward to helping the people that depend on that position to get things done. So I'm looking forward to that a lot. Then I have Mrs. Cazalet. So Mrs. Cazalet, our current athletic director, she's going to be taking over as principal here at Dunlap High School. I'm super excited for her. She and I have worked very closely that last 5 years in principal athletic director roles. So I have no doubt that she's ready. She's got the ability to do that, and I'll be here to help her with any of the logistics that she may need to know as far as past practice that we've done with some of the academic things. So, looking forward to that. She's working on building her team now, and she's got some really good candidates in there. So, excited for her and her new venture. Mr. Johnson. So, assistant principal Mr. Johnson's been here for 5 years, and he's been my right hand man as we've done a lot of things together. He's going to be taking over as a superintendent at Low Point Washburn School. So, he's certainly got the demeanor and the intellect to do that job and the experience now. So he's going to be taking over that. So I'm super excited for him as he looks to complete his doctorate this spring. So he's on track to do that. He's going to be ready to take the reins there. Miss Roberts, formerly Miss Rediker, she got married this summer. So Miss Roberts has been in our Eagle Education, working with Edgenuity students. She's going to be taking over in one of the roles as assistant principal. And as you may or may not know, we're going to have a third assistant principal next year. So we don't know who that is yet, but Mrs. Cazalet's got some candidates, and she's looking forward to interviewing those. And then, of course, we got to fill that athletic director role. So that's a big role as well. So lots of changes going on, but so far all the pieces are falling in place. Lots of good people to take over. So excited about those transitions, and I know Mrs. Cazalet will do an awesome job with that. Um, the next part here, I need you to pay attention with this because it's a little bit different. So we are looking to combat our traffic flow problem. And some things have combined recently to make that problem worse in the last couple years. First of all, because of our COVID mitigations, we have done some things with our schedule that have condensed the arrival of our students and their parents. First off, obviously, parents don't want their students riding the bus, or they've limited that. So that was a big thing where we have more students coming to school with parent drivers. We've also had parents who are able to work from home now, so that gives them a little more flexibility in their schedule. So we have more parent drivers. Then we also had that rule in place, and still do for the remainder of the week, that students couldn't come into the building until 7:50 unless they were a 0 hour student. Well, that has also condensed the number of travelers at a really small window of time. So, well, to compound that, when it's cold outside, people don't want to drop their students off early. Understandably, they want to wait as late as possible to drop them off. So that's made that whole traffic situation worse, is what we believe. So we're going to try to go back to our process that we implemented before COVID, which was the doors will be open in the school just as they are for 0 hour. They'll remain open so students can filter in and go directly to the commons area where they have done for years prior to our COVID mitigation. So they can go to the commons area at that time, and at 8:10 they'll be released to go to their lockers and go to their first hour class. So we think this will help alleviate a lot of that traffic. Plus, we also think that it will help some of our discipline issues that we have had with our students who get here at 7:50, and now they've got, you know 28 minutes to be around the building without any specific supervisor. So we think that will really help. So that will start Monday. Okay, so Monday you can drop your students off earlier, and they can come in and go directly to the commons area. That's going to be We're going to have to retrain them to do that because that's not going to be what they're used to doing or know how to do. So we'll explain that process to them as well. So big change for that. Along that, we're also going to try to increase our 0 hour course offerings for next year. So we can have more of our student drivers showing up during 0 hours. So we're working on the master schedule now, and hopefully this will all work out. But we'll give you more information as that develops. Next up, 5 essential survey. I know you guys hate surveys. Everybody hates surveys, but they are a necessary evil for us. In fact, we have to have a 20% parent participation rate. Good news is that the 5 essential survey is like 5 minutes long maximum. So right now, I think we're sitting at 12 or 13%. If we don't meet that metric, then we don't qualify for some of the state's incentives for recognition. And I don't want to miss any of the recognition that our students and staff have earned because we can't complete a survey. For instance, that threshold is much higher for our students. 95% of our students have to complete that survey, which we are proud to report that we're at 97% of them have done so. But we've been relentless on them as far as requiring them to take the survey. So if you can, it's going to be in the link here. Please complete that survey. It takes less than 5 minutes. We would really appreciate that. Last well, not quite lastly, but near the bottom, prom fashion show. That event has just continues to grow each year. That's going to be next Friday for our students. We'll have two showings, one for the freshmen, sophomores, one for the junior, seniors, and then next Thursday night for those parents of the students that are participating in that, or if you just want to see how it works, here in the auditorium at 7 o'clock. So excited about prom fashion show because that usually tells us that spring is right here around the corner. So that's a good thing. And then lastly, I'm just going to leave those on there if I can from now on, the prom dates and the graduation dates, so you guys are aware of that. So we're working on doing some things for our Illinois State scholars and our seniors. That'll be coming out next week to give them some recognition. So lots of good things happening. Winter seasons are behind us now, knock on wood, and we are looking forward to finishing the school year strong. So, hey, as always, if you got questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me or one of our counselors or assistant principals. We're always happy to help. And until we see each other again, you stay healthy, Dunlap, and you stay classy. Thank you.